before the start of tonight's game, Barbara Bush had these words.
This is to all the men and women who are in the Persian Gulf. I hope I get this pitch over to that catcher.
The First Lady tonight recognizing the troops over in the Middle East, and she would throw out the ceremonial first pitch for Game 2 of the 1990 World Series to catcher Joe Oliver. And after all of the ceremonies, we would finally be ready for baseball. Left-hander Danny Jackson on the mound tonight for the Cincinnati Reds. And here leadoff batter Ricky Henderson hits a broken bat single into center field. The very next pitch to home plate, Ricky Henderson steals second base. There would be no throw. And then after a sacrifice by Carney Lansford, Jose Canseco would come up, and Canseco would hit a ground ball to first base. It would be bobbled by Hal Morris. Ricky Henderson would score, and the A's are on top by a score of 1-0. Here we see the latest in fashion wear in the Cincinnati area. And in the bottom of the first inning, leadoff batter Barry Larkin will hit a double into right field, a ground rule double, as Larkin goes into second base. Then Billy Hatcher comes up, and he laces a double down the right field line. Barry Larkin scores, and the game is tied up at 1 apiece. Billy Hatcher, you may recall, went 3 for 3 in Game 1 of the World Series that took place last night. Eric Davis would then come up, and Davis would hit a ground out 6-3, as Billy Hatcher will score from third base, and the Cincinnati Reds will go on top by a score of 2-1. A lot of runs early in this ball game as the Reds once again take the lead by a score of 2-1. In the top of the third inning, Jose Canseco would get his first hit of the Fall Classic as he went 0 for 2 in Game 1. But here in the top of the third inning, he gets all of the Danny Jackson high fastball and puts it into the right field seats as Jose Canseco circles the bases, and this game is tied up at 2 apiece. Jose's wife, Esther, is on hand tonight as she applauds her husband's heroics. And then Danny Jackson would give up a single and 2 walks to load the bases, and then Ron Hassey would come up and lift a sacrifice fly into left field. Mark McGuire will tag up and score, and this will give the A's a 3-2 lead. Then still in the top half of the third inning, Mike Gallego, who came into this game 5 for 9 against Danny Jackson in his career, he singles up the middle. Dave Henderson scores, and the A's take a 4-2 lead. That would be all for Danny Jackson as he slams the cup down in the dugout. He went 2 2/3 innings, allowing 4 runs on 6 hits. He walked 2 and struck out none. In the bottom of the third inning, the Reds would have runners at second and third but would fail to score. Then the bottom of the fourth inning, pinch hitter Ron Oster would come up. He was 1 for 13 as a pinch hitter in 1990, but this time he delivers with a single back up the middle. Dave Henderson's throw to the plate is short-hopped by catcher Ron Hassey. Joe Oliver scores, and the A's lead is cut to 4-3. In the bottom of the fifth inning, Billy Hatcher would come up, and he would hit an infield single. He would go 6 for his first 6 at-bats in this 1990 World Series. That ties a record set by Goose Goslin for Washington in 1924, and Thurman Munson did it for the Yankees back in 1976. His only mistake, though, would come a little later when he was picked off by starting pitcher Bob Walsh. In the top of the sixth inning, Carney Lansford will ground out 5-3. Chris Sabo comes up with a nice stop from his knees and guns out Carney Lansford. Commissioner Fay Vincent enjoying the ball game as he enjoys a cup of coffee. Then the bottom of the eighth inning, Billy Hatcher once again as he comes up with a triple to right center field off Jose Canseco's glove. Billy Hatcher went 4 for 4 tonight. He has now gone 7 for 7 in the first 2 games of this 1990 World Series. The 7th consecutive hits is a new World Series record. Then 1 out later, and Paul O'Neill at first base now. Glenn Braggs, the pinch hitter, will hit a ground ball to Mike Gallego. The ball goes behind second base. He tags O'Neill, but Braggs with the head-first slide into first base as Billy Hatcher scores, and the game is tied up at 4 apiece. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Ricky Henderson comes up with a beautiful play. Todd Benzinger at bat, and he hits a long drive out to left field. This one would have sure been extra bases, but Ricky Henderson comes up with the over-the-head snow cone grab. As once again we take another look at the fine catch by Ricky Henderson out in left field. This game would head into extra innings, where in the bottom of the 10th inning, Dennis Eckersley would come on in the 10th inning for the Oakland A's. Here with one out, back-to-back singles by Billy Bates and Chris Sabo would set the stage for Joe Oliver, who delivers home the game-winning run with a double over the third base bag as the Cincinnati Reds win this one in 10 innings by a score of 5-4. Rob Dibble with the win. Dennis Eckersley takes the loss. Game 3 will be Friday night in Oakland, as once again the Reds win at 5-4 in 10 innings. The Reds hold a 2-0 lead in games over Oakland in this 1990 World Series.
That ball, but obviously he knows that. I mean, he's not stupid up there. You know, he sees that hole open on guarding the line. He's trying to look for something he can pull, and hitting that hole, he got a pitch to do it with, and he did it. All we can do is just go out and keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I mean, we played a good game tonight. It's, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, a team has to lose, but, you know, they're playing at home. They get the last shot. You know, they're playing good ball. But, you know, we're going home, and we got to kick it in gear and play our tails off, you know, the next however many games it takes. And, you know, anybody, like I said before, if anybody doesn't want to play, I'd rather not even see them show up.
Is this going to be test the mettle of the world champions? I mean, this is the kind of situation you don't want to get into, but you're going.
We're in it, you know. I mean, it's something you can't change. You know, you'd much rather be in a different position, but, you know, you accept the things the way they are, and you deal with them. And one thing, we'll be ready to compete next time we play a baseball game. Well, we played a hell of a baseball game, you know. They played 1 point better, and, I mean, the situation was, you know, both clubs battled their ass off, and they came out on top, and you tip your hat to them.
I didn't see the replays. You know, I mean, I think Oliver's right on the line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking double play, then I'm thinking foul ball, and then I'm thinking see ya. Yeah, I thought that, I think that we thought we had this game, and it got away from us. It got away from me.
Well, I think that you're certainly going to have credit to Cincinnati's pitching, but there isn't a pitching staff on this planet that I feel, when you get 4 and 3 innings, can stop us for 7 innings without getting a mark somewhere. I mean, I don't care how good the guys are throwing, we ought to be able to get a point here or there. So even though they're pitching very well, you know, we've got a lot of offensive weapons, and we ought to be able to get a point or 2 or 3. Well, I mean, I think here you got, I take my hat off to him. I mean, he's come ready to play. He's made a lot of things happen. You know, I do think that the ball he hits in the 8th inning is 1 out and nobody on. I do think that. But other than that, and yeah, he's still pretty good, a good swing. Bob made a good pitch. So, but I give him a lot of credit. I mean,
Did you get a bad jump on the ball?
I really didn't get a bad jump. No, the ball just kept on carrying. Like I said, that ball I hit the right. That ball was out in 2 seconds. I hit it bad.
We hit the ball well all night. You know, they came out swinging. They put 4 runs on the board in the 3rd inning, and when you can hold a team down like Oakland for, what, 7 innings without scoring a run, your bullpen's doing a marvelous job.
Straight hits?
7 straight hits? I wasn't aware of that. My God.
New record.
He wasn't new World Series record? My God.
1923 or something.
Isn't that great? He's swinging the bat.
Munson and Goslin have the record.
He is swinging the bat. I know he's hitting the ball hard, too. I mean, he did get that 1 bunt single. He caught the third baseman playing back, but I'll tell you what, he's hitting the ball hard in all fields, pulling it, going with the pitch. He's a tough out right now, to say the least.
Lou, you think you're...
I'm not cocky at all.
After beating Stewart and after...
No, I'm not being cocky at all. I'm just, you know, we played the first 2 ball games in our ballpark. One thing is for certain, we're coming back here. That is, if we don't play well there. But we anticipate on playing well there.
I don't know. I'm kind of impressed with the way the team has not looked past the moment, and I don't think anybody's, projected like what we're going to do in Oakland. We're going to go beat their butts or anything like that. I think everybody has, faced each task and each victory as it came. Right now, we'll celebrate and enjoy this one, and we'll enjoy our off day tomorrow. When we get to Oakland, we'll get ready to kick butt again. I think the team is very focused, at least in a manner that they know what they got to do at the right time, and nobody's speculating or forecasting. And as the moments present themselves, everybody seems to capitalize on them, and I think it's a good sign. I really do, and I don't think anybody's sitting back and complacent with 2 wins. I think we'll go into the next game in Oakland like we haven't even played yet, and I don't like to predict things, but I personally I'm really confident about the whole thing.
I've done a lot of interviews. I mean, I just want to, right now try to sit down and get ready to make that long flight out to Oakland tomorrow, because we're going out there now in their home park, and it's going to be tough to get a win out there. Yeah, they told me about it. I'm elated that I set a record, but I'm more elated with the wins. The 2 wins, and we're up 2-0 right now.
Your way.
Yeah, I'm seeing the ball very well right now. It seems like, I'm pulling a rabbit out of my hat right now. Everything I seem to do, it comes out right. And I just feel very confident in what I'm doing right now.
When I first hit it, I knew it wasn't foul, but as I saw it, it landed in foul territory. But I was watching the third base umpire, and I saw him signal fair, and it was a great feeling.
I'm not sure. When I saw the ball hit to third, I was going as hard as I could because the ball was behind the bag. And if Carney would have fielded it, if I could try to beat him to the bag, and then I saw the ball go by him. And when I came around third, Mariano was jumping up and down, so I knew we had won the game.